Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nanda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nanda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, hey, Janardhan, welcome.
Hare
Nityananda, Nityananda, back in action. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ooh, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Okay, everybody chant now. Turn your mics on. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I like that when we did that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hari Nityananda
Hare
Nityananda
Ram
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda
Hare
Shri
Ram,
Krishna Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Ram,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda
Krishna,
Nityananda Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna
Nityananda
Krishna Hare
Shri
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Chaitanya
Hare
Shri
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram
Chaitanya
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Nityananda
Ram,
Nityananda Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare
Hare
Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna
Ram
Chaitanya
Ram Hare
Shri Krishna
Ram,
Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda
Hare Krishna Hare
Nityananda
Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Nityananda Nityananda
Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna
Gaura,
Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Hare
Nityananda Nityananda
Hare Ram
Shri
Hare Ram
Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Gaura
Shri
Hari,
Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda
Hare Krishna
Gaura,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Gaura
Hare
Hari,
Hare Ram Hare
Nityananda Nityananda
Gaura,
Shri
Jaya
Krishna
Sri
Gaura,
Chaitanya
Gaura,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Gaura,
Chaitanya
Gaura,
Shri
Gaura,
Krishna Chaitanya
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya
Gaura,
Shri Krishna
Gaura,
Chaitanya
Gaura
Shri
Hari,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Gaura,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya,
Gauranimai
Prabhu,
Prabhu,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri
Gauranimai
Shri Shri Gaura,
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya
Hey,
Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra
Shri
Jaya
Adhura
Gaur
Bhakti
Bhakta
Jai, Jai Gaura.
All right. This is a little Chaitanya Chandradaya. This is a play by Kavi Kanapur. And these are just some verses, random verses here. This is a play, so kind of just, yeah. So Sutradhara says, O gentle one, Srimad Bhagavatam 11:240 explains, when a person is actually advanced and takes pleasure in the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, who is very dear to him, he is agitated and loudly chants the holy name. He also laughs and cries and becomes agitated and chants just like a madman, not caring for outsiders. Oh, man. Boy, I don't understand this verse very well. Does anybody? I can't relate to this verse at all. Sounds sahaja to me. What do you think, Janardhan? Is it sahaja?
I'm Sahaja.
Devotional service which begins with the chanting of the Lord's holy name, and which makes one free from sin, makes one fall in love with the Supreme Lord. It makes one the Lord's personal associates. See, I told you it was about having intercourse with the Lord. Hey, see, I wasn't wrong. See, the great acharyas say it's all about falling in love. What do you do when you fall in love with somebody? You're going to have intercourse, right? Yes. And I could just see the Vaidhi Bhakta saying, "You see, Gohari Das said about it's all about sex." See, that's what they Sahaja. No, you have to have interest. Your tongue has got to be the penis. See, the tongue is the penis, and it enters the private places of the Lord. His heart. It enters the heart. A very private place. The love of God. Yeah. So that's see your tongue chanting. So the tongue is like the penis. See, and it's transcendental. See, all completely transcendental. But what words can you use? You have to use something to. That's why they say the gopis are lusty. They have lust for Krishna because you have to some way to explain, that how it shows up, in some kind of words. See, that's the shadow is lust, lust of the world, lust for men, lust for women, lust for money. That's what you see. We're lusting for wealth and opulences. See, beautiful woman, beautiful man consider opulences of the world. See, worldly. See, lust is there. But the true opulence is the transcendental body of the Lord. Isn't that amazing? This chanting is so wonderful. You find out what real treasure is. See? So that's why these devotees, they glorify falling in love with God. What an amazing concept. How come more people don't talk about falling in love with God? The most important thing that can happen. The thing that takes us out of the illusion. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. The Lord says, Srimad Bhagavatam 3:25, 35 through 36, my devotees always see the smiling face of my form with eyes. You notice when you start to, oops, how come like this. Okay. You notice when you're, okay, sorry about that, River. Yeah. You notice when you start to become ecstatic, you feel the smile comes on. See, the smiling face becomes like your face. So you become like the reflection of the Lord. Smiling is one of the devotional symptoms that begin with ecstasy. See, you start to feel your cheeks they lift up spontaneously, naturally. Smiling, see, is a devotional symptom. See, and that's reflected on the devotee. That's why, in order to understand Krishna, you have to understand on the mirror of the devotees. Otherwise, that's why you have to see. That's the whole problem in Vaishnavism now is they don't see. See, they don't see the smiling of the Lord reflecting on the devotee. They don't see the ecstatic heart of the Lord on the. See, nobody showed. Everybody, this is this thing in Vaishnavism. Oh, it's too confidential. Oh, so nobody gets to know what the Lord looks like. What? It's ludicrous. The supreme, oh, come worship the supreme personality of Godhead who has no personality that we can't see. Come on, wake up, people. Wake up, ISKCON. Stop being conned. It's ridiculous. We're worshiping, oh, supreme personality of God, but don't show us your personality. Don't show us how ecstatic you are on your devotees who are here to represent that in the world. Don't show any of this. Come on, man. That's why even the Narayan Raj group and the Radhakund Babajis who talk about, ooh, Radhe, Radhe, ecstasy, Radhe, Radhe, and then they hate it when they see it because they got to get purified. They got to meet the real devotee and see it. Even though you're disgusted with seeing, you're worshiping it, you might as well get purified and really love it. Get over hypocrisy. See, otherwise it's ridiculous. I mean, why is anybody worshiping the Supreme Personality of Godhead if you don't want to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead reflected on the devotee? When they're smiling, it's because the Lord is smiling inside them and bringing it out into expression in the world. So ultimately, I mean, I listen to the way the devotees talk, and it's so, they just don't understand anything. One guy says, "Well, should I read Rasic books?" And then everybody has these inconclusive, inexperienced explanations. Oh yeah, well, no, yes, no, or this condition and that, like they're experts, and nobody knows what it is. And then I put my explanation there, and I says, "Well, you should read Rasic books if you're a Rasic devotee. Otherwise, you should go and associate with Rasic um, devotees. See, you got to give them something to get there, And otherwise, nobody knows except the real Rasic prema bhakta." And then I say, and by the way, the only obstacle you're going to have to get over is the fault finders and the blasphemers who protect the path, you know. and so, because that's what happens. As soon as I would write that, all these guys who think they know everything will go blah 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 blah, go hard, blah, blah, that kind of stuff, right? And then the guys listens. Oh, I guess Gohari is not really the real thing, because everybody else is a blasphemer, and a fault finder. So and so most persons are weak. Most devotees are weak, and they just fall for the sinners, the blasphemers, and they believe them. And that was the same problem they had 550 years ago. The devotees claimed, complained to Lord Caitanya, said, you know, the blasphemers blaspheme us, and the sinners believe them. See, the sinners are those who are just, you can't, everybody in this world is under the curse. You're under the curse, man. Until you become a prema bhakta or get association and shelter under such devotees who protect you from the envious, you're under the curse. Like they say in the Bible, under the curse. They knew the same thing. Unless you got the Holy Spirit, you're under the curse. You have to have God's protection. The Holy Spirit means Krishna protects you. You're a real devotee now. Otherwise, people don't have the full protection of the Lord. You can follow the rules perfectly and everything, like Jarasandha, but he didn't have the full protection of the Lord. Because, to get the protection of the Lord, you have to be open to the real Lord. The Lord is not the real nature of the Lord is not one of rules or regulations and all that stuff. That's the mode of goodness Lord. It's still under the covering. No, the real Lord is free. He's freedom personified. He's playful. He's ecstatic. He's loving. He's all these things. But to get his protection, you have to be open to who he is and what he is. Yeah, and that takes purification, because most people are contaminated. That's why you guys, look with it. You went through the purification, and now you're able to associate and welcome that ecstatic Lord more and more and more. Even look at it. Radhe had that nice dream, where the Lord says, "Oh, I'm going to be in your house, and I'm going to have you as my servants." That's the most beautiful thing in the world. Yeah. I think Lalita has a headache today. You got a headache? No? Yes? Oh, well. See if Krishna helps with that. Okay. My devotees always see the smiling face of my form with eyes like a rising sun. They like to see my various transcendental forms, which are benevolent, and they always talk favorably with me. See, they talk favorably with the Lord. Not favorably means, they have a nice conversation, friendly. Not that's unfavorable. But unfortunately, the paradox, that ends up well for those who are not purified, because that brings out their poison. Because it's inside anyway, it's got to come out. It's like a pus boil, you got the poison inside the body, right? It has to come out. See, so that's the great secret of Krishna consciousness. That's why everybody wins here. That's why the devotees sometimes spark some troubles. The troublemakers. Lord Caitanya was, he was troublemaker. He would spit on people. Now that's pretty bad, huh? He would spit on Brahmins and get them purified. He'd throw sand, at them, and make them dirty and everything. See, because it would end up getting their lower consciousness out. So you get them to look at him. See, these Brahmins, they want to be clean, right? And can you imagine you're spit on by a Shuddha Bhakta, the Lord. You spit on, right? And you think, oh, I'm not clean now. See, that's not a Raganuga principle. That means you're stupid. Murari Gupta ate the betel nut from the mouth of the Lord. And so the Lord said, go wash your hands. And so he went like this. And then the Lord was joking with him and said, oh, now you're polluted, man. See, you didn't wash your hands. You put it on your head. Now you got the spit from my betel nut on you. See? So these are the little principles. See? Or if you get chastised by the Lord or by a devotee, and you think, oh, that was really a bad thing. And it always does. You could see when anybody gets chastised here, oh, man, does it come out, man. Usually, not everybody, but a lot of people, they just bring out all their shit, and how complain and all that stuff, about that. But that's not bad. That's good. It brings out the poison, where they've been contaminated and poisoned, which needs to be done. Upon seeing my charming forms, smiling and attractive, and by hearing my pleasing words, the pure devotee almost loses other consciousness. Isn't that nice? See, the advanced position in devotional service, the devotees are. I like that. You see, you lose consciousness of the other consciousness of the world. See, and you become more absorbed in transcendental happiness. See, and that's what it's all about. You can tell, as you're getting purified, then you like to hear transcendental glorification of the Lord from real devotees, without speculations. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to hear the holy names chanted by real devotees. Otherwise, you don't like it. You see how people, they claim to be big devotees, and they don't like the ecstatic devotees chanting. See, that's contamination. His senses are freed from all other engagements, and he becomes absorbed in devotional service. Thus, in spite of his unwillingness, he gets liberation without separate endeavor. This is liberation of the devotees attain. They do not attain impersonal liberation. Lord Kapila says in Srimad Bhagavatam, when the service spirit is engaged in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead without any motive, that is far better than even impersonal salvation. In Kali Yuga, by chanting the Lord's holy name, one attains the ecstatic love known as Rati, which eclipses all other goals of life. This is the liberation of devotees attain. They do not attain impersonal liberation. Lord Kapila says, Srimad Bhagavatam, when the service spirit is engaged in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead without any motive. See, I like that. The service spirit. Isn't that an interesting way to put it? Because the service spirit is always there. See, but when it's engaged in devotional service, see, that's when you begin to taste the real nectar of real happiness. But generally, the service spirit is perverted into talking about the world. See, and not chanting the holy name and tasting the nectar. See, of serving Krishna through by chanting his name and making Krishna happy in our hearts and becoming more and more aware of that. Usually the service spirit is in actually speaking about the world and worldly things. Good example is you could look at the WEO, the World Economic Forum. They get together for meetings. They love it. See, they engage the service spirit of their talking in what? Controlling the body. See, the bodies of others, not of theirs, the bodies of others. See, of their plans to what they consider service to themselves. See, this is the idea. This is selfishness, is what people do when their service spirit is engaged that way. It's very kind of a dark thing. That's why they call it evil, darkness. See, selfishness still. See, so the service spirit, in serving the Lord's transcendental form, see, ends up controlling God. That's where we're meant to control God, believe it or not. Can you imagine? But there is only one way, is devotion awakens in the heart. That is what controls the Lord. See? That brings the Lord to us. See, that's why it's so valuable to have an associate of the Lord, to get the mercy of a bona fide spiritual master, is it gives us that kind of control over God, where he comes and associates with us. You call him and he comes. And then you get natural protection, natural immunity from Maya. You know how they have immunity for the virus? They want to give you all these artificial poisons, and they say that's going to give you immunity. See, this is so much better. You get natural immunity by the Lord's association. You feel his transcendental. Natural immunity from Maya, the whole thing. Illusion. You're not bitten by Maya. You're not poisoned by Maya. Your mind is not poisoned. Your conscience is not poisoned. Your heart is not poisoned. See, natural immunity. This is what people need, is this natural immunity that only God can give us. And from what? Just some particular disease? No, from all the diseases of birth and death, old age and disease. Just finish the whole thing. Why not? Comments? Any questions, comments?
Yes, I
Well,
always felt that that habit. The real help is making someone independent and not making someone dependent of you. So there is this tendency that they want to make you dependent from their help. And I always felt that's the wrong thing. You have to make people, if you really want to to help people, you have to make them independent from you.
Yeah, they want people dependent. Yeah, that's a perverted idea. See, the devotees that's that propensity perverted. See, because all that does is cause misery, because a lot of people don't want that. See, that's why they want to get rid of people on the planet that don't want to be dependent on them. They're, they're looking for people that want to conform. But that's just a perversion of this tendency, because they may have in their spiritual form this desire to have the Lord dependent on them. See, that's what that father son relationship or mother son relationship. They get great happiness in seeing that their Lord is dependent on them, which starts even when you get this kind of association, the Lord has that on you. He's dependent on you to feed him every day. If you don't come to sadhu sangha, you're like butchering your baby. Your baby is going to sit there and be not nourished because you're not feeding him. And people do this. So then the Lord gets really skinny inside you, very thin. See, so even in our progressive march in this, there's some kind of see, the gopi relationship has everything in it. Sometimes you feed the Lord, sometimes you nourish him, sometimes he nourishes you. He's your master, he's your beloved, he's everything. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, that dependence is perverted, and it never ends well, because it's to do with you want people's bodies and minds to be dependent on you. It's ridiculous too. It takes so much work. These guys, they work their asses off to pull this thing off. You wouldn't believe how much energy it takes to try to control the material world, and they want to control the whole, the whole nations. My God, what an expenditure of energy. This is so much easier. Just chant Hare Krishna, and then everything is purified, and you get everything in proper order. And then, oh yeah, the Lord becomes dependent on you in your own heart, and you just feed him every day. Just everything works out perfectly, and then the Lord protects you. You protect him. He protects you. See, reciprocal. Yeah. You protect him in others. So, and then when you, as a devotee, you get a bona fide guru, there's a dependence there, but that gives you freedom. See, it's not the kind of like a cult thing where these people control you for some material motive. You get free by your feeling dependent on devotees, on Vaishnavas, and the guru. See, that there's freedom in that. Anybody knows what I'm talking about experiences that. It's not like you become like enslaved. You're freed, because that it's our nature to be dependent, but we just need to be dependent on what is spiritual, what is of the spirit, and the spiritual master is that. So unfortunately, being a guru aparad in Vaishnava aparad is when you blind to that. You can go. Some people, they go blind. They think, oh, this person trying to control me, trying to use me. See, that's a blindness. See, instead of seeing that, oh yeah, this is this is actually for my freedom, and that's what you feel naturally. But that's the purification too. If you have anything like that in you, it'll come out on the guru, and that's great. It comes out, and you're more free, and you realize, that was a poison in there. See? So all these things are, it's our progressive march, to get out of this crazy consciousness here. So River said, I have left so I don't disturb you. I have left so I don't disturb you. I don't know what that means. Why is that? Okay. Claire, a wet penis was our pedophile. Oh, this person's back again? Okay. So let's see, this Claire Moyle.
It's that Claire. She was a friend of Govind. She writes about Govind as well.
You was our pedophile monster, just like that guy you got rid of said. And you haven't denied that. Pedophile. You haven't, I'm not, what pedophile? What is this? Where
Just delete her.
Yeah, it's a shame. They this other guy too. It's the same thing. These guys, they're dark. And well, they have to project their own consciousness on people. where's this pedophile? I mean, where are these little boys that I'm after or something? I mean, where is this stuff happening? I'm in a room by myself. You know, this is a complete projection of these
Fault
people.
finding.
Yeah, fault finding. It's horrible stuff too. I
I
mean,
feel I feel she wrote that when you were talking about getting rid of your poisons and getting rid of your obstacles, and that was the moment she wrote that. So maybe it's a kind of expressing and getting out her own poison.
okay. Let's see. Let's go over this. Okay. Excusing that as the past. What, you haven't denied that? I haven't denied. Yeah, I deny it. Definitely, that's not true. So, okay, what else we got here? Didn't want to go to a pub. So, Pat, I and Govinda Das is a sex past that was really aggressive. When I didn't want to go to a pub the other day, he was rude to my friends here, then ran back to Coventry when I made it even more clear to him I didn't want that kind of relationship he does. He's disgusting, the same as you when you spend so much time and energy staging others down all the time. Hatefulness. Okay.
She doesn't understand.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And cities, bottom feeding scum. Yeah. Just okay. Join use in life and others discuss. Okay. Well, anyway, that's yeah, and that's the stuff in people. I mean, that has any. I mean, I don't know what you're doing with Govinda and what happened there. I have no idea. I'm over here, but anyway, it's all about here is about the Lord and Krishna, and we're not really, any of that stuff. Yeah. So anyway, good luck with whatever you need to do to get through. I mean, we're just here, just a band of people loving to talk about Krishna and getting deeper insights into the absolute eternal truth. That's why we're here. We're not all this stuff is to do with material bodies and contempt. Yeah, I mean, to me, I mean, obviously, I I don't know what she is talking about when she mentions. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, oh yeah, I'll just leave her. Well, I gotta have to. The comments are kind of ridiculous, so I'm sorry, Claire, but let me see. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can get rid of the comments here. What is this vulnerable people? This absolute rubbish by you all, bottom feeding, bottom feeding scum. Is that what you think we're about? My goodness. See, these are project. This is the stuff inside. That's all I can see because that's not reality here at all. We're not bottom feeders at all. We're feeding from the top. Yeah. Replying derivative, your partner was right. Is right, wasn't he? Replying, declare false witness, complete liar. Yeah, what happened? What happened with her anyway? I speak the truth. The thing that you sent me, Govinda, just texting me. I speak the truth. Well, anyway, you're speaking your truth. Doesn't mean it's the truth. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on here a little bit. Let's see what happens. Sometimes people have to get out whatever they say. So let's see if it's like that. Yeah, it's inevitable. Things are gonna, people are gonna get what this is bewildered. This is you're not seeing things as they are. This is in the way. Deep stuff comes up and out. And if they stick around for it, that means they really do want Krishna, or they want God, otherwise they just go off. Okay. Yeah, well, maybe she'll get over it. Sometimes people do, so let's see. Please ask Govinda to leave me alone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, anyway, this is all. Yeah, let's see where it goes. All right, so where was I? Okay. They do not attain personal liberation. Lord Kapila says, when service when the service spirit is engaged in devotional service to the personality of Godhead without any motive, that is far better than impersonal salvation. Yeah, that's what I like. This is what you get here. You get a taste of that serving the Lord without material motive. It's beautiful. See, and then automatically you're liberated in that service. This is why this is better than people are trying to be liberated in that way. So difficult. Just take the mercy of Lord Caitanya. You know, it's such a wonderful way. Yeah,
Can I ask him something?
yeah.
Yeah,
Go
you,
ahead.
you, you talked about sometimes we have to protect the Krishna in them, and I'm thinking about that. How does that work?
Well,
Sometimes,
it's the thing. Protect the Krishna in somebody else is when you have disciples. When you have disciples, then you protect the devotees when they're growing up, because the Krishna in them is still small, and they may not even be able to protect it very well. They're also pretty helpless in that they're lacking the experience. So the devotees, the more mature devotees, protect their disciples from the envious that want to come out and like just trample the garden with their elephant and fences, and by polluting them, turning them against. I've had people, they come and they really liked what we're doing, and you try to nurture them, and then they associate with some of these Ritviks sometimes. Or like maybe she's associated with that one guy that was coming here, and then he turned like really bad, really mean. And it sounds like it too, it sounds like, well, so, um, yeah. So yeah, so there's protection there. So that's why the guru protects their young disciples that are starting to wake up, and they till they get more mature and they're able to protect the Krishna. They get real solid. So you become like a Lalita. She's very dedicated to the path, dedicated to serving Krishna, stuff like that. See, the more mature devotees, or
yeah,
so many here are like that. Yeah, what?
I, I believe that there is a Krishna in everyone, and sometimes a lot of times that's a dormant Krishna, and it needs nourishing, it needs protection, it needs
Mm.
to wake up, it needs to become um, um, the mainstream of somebody. So I think it's in everyone. Everyone needs this Krishna to be
Yeah,
protected.
yeah, yeah, but not everybody is ready. They're not ready for this. Yeah, everybody
But
needs it, of course, but not everybody's ready to make that journey. Takes some maturity. Takes some. You have to be like, there has to be some motive. Like, say, maybe you're really distressed and you're ready to listen, and you're ready to get help. But most people, they're not ready.
yeah,
But
and
those
then
who
we have to
are.
shake the dust off our feet and go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, more or less. Yeah, yeah. It just you can only help those who are ready to be helped or want the help. Otherwise, they just stay until it's time. It could whenever it happens. Okay. Well, at least Claire is here. I'll let's tolerate this and see where it goes. All right. Back. Okay. So in Kali Yuga, by chanting the Lord's holy name, one attains the ecstatic love known as rati, which eclipses all other goals in life. Yeah, and people that are not attaining that rati, they're chanting and chanting, they don't attain that the love of Krishna, that's falling in love with God. It's a transcendental experience. It's usually because of association. It's associating, especially they're not ready to come out of the religious pile, the Vaidhi pile, and they're influenced by people who say, "Oh, that's sahaja," or "That's bad," and so because of that association, where their leaders are blind and the followers are blind, they have to come out of that association. Otherwise, they won't be able to chant, and that's why the Lord tries to help them and releases them from that. That's why see, Jesus said, "I came not to promote peace, but division." He had to create you cannot get this without the division. It's like divide and conquer thing, but it's spiritual. See, the way the world works is it wants to divide you to weaken you so that the motivated Maya, people under the Maya, the Mahamaya, can conquer, see, and control your body and your mind. See? So the Lord does a similar thing when he's delivering you. He has to divide you away from the material energy. See? Divide it. Take that association away so that you can conquer him. See? That you can get purified so that you can conquer him. And he conquers your heart naturally, and it's great. It's like, oh yeah, Lord, I'm surrendered now. It's you got me out of here. See, so the way Maya works is very similar way because it's just the opposite. The Lord works for our benefit, and Maya comes not for our benefit. She comes to take us away from what we really are, who we really are. There he is. Govinda sends horrendous. What is this? What are these horrendous messages he's saying?
It's all speculation. It's all lies.
What happened? I thought she just changed.
Yeah, she's just projecting her stuff and all the anger that's in her projecting on others.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even with her. We only was 5 minutes in Manchester together. We went on the train and I spent the whole time with Jiddu. So she's just angry that I wasn't with her in Manchester. I'm not with her. I have no sexual interest in her at all. So that's all lies. I wouldn't
Oh, really?
pester her. She's she's not the sort of woman I go for. She's I don't want to be offensive, but
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah. Okay,
attracted. I'm not attracted
Claire.
to her in any way. Just trying to give
Oh,
her
yeah,
spiritual
yeah.
help. So it's all
Claire,
lies.
you're just getting purified, Claire. That's all
Yeah,
right.
it's all lies.
Yeah. Who knows?
It's all
Maybe it'll
lies.
be a beautiful result. Exorcism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I
just
mean,
wait.
yeah. A lot of people when they're going through, they can't sort it out. It's
Yeah,
just they're identified. So I don't know how long. Let's see if you hang in there, Claire, and for some reason you're
yeah.
still here, which is a good sign.
And that's
I
what
mean,
I feel
if
to
you,
distinguish
yeah,
the,
well,
the the right association from the pollutive association. That's the point. You were talking about this, like this division. Uh, um, Christ came to divide, and I feel it's also the discernment between this association I have to get rid of, I have to leave,
Mhm.
and this association is nourishing my Satchidananda Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, good. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I will fight you spiritually. Okay, well, okay, she's going to fight you spiritually, Govinda. Let's see what.
She's
By the
funny.
way, how do you fight spiritually?
She's very lost. She's very
Really?
lost. She thinks whatever she thinks. But you
Okay.
don't think very clearly after so much alcohol and so much weed. So it's the same old, same old. Seen it all before. Projecting.
Oh,
I'm only making that as an example because she's come on and shared these utter lies about you and made these utter lies about me. Otherwise, I wouldn't mention it. But, you know,
okay.
when you're on that much alcohol and weed, you're going to come out with this much crap. So it's just the way it is. I'm
Yeah,
just not attracted in that way to her. I was trying to give her spiritual help. She's so,
yeah,
it's all
yeah.
lies, man.
She says I'm not drinking for 5 years. No, it's not true. Oh, really? Wow.
I also used to lie.
Wow.
Anyway, we'll see.
That's pretty if you can't admit to that. So you saw her drinking?
Yeah, man, she was drinking all the time. I mean, I'm only touching on this because she's come out with all these allegations that are lies. All the
Oh,
time
yeah.
drinking
See,
and
that's
smoking
really
weed.
bad. That's, when people do that. And you saw her actually drinking and now she says I haven't been drinking for 5 years. That is really dark, That's really like you to not to be able to admit. Claire, that's, you know. I have to believe more Govinda because, I mean, because just by the way you were putting lies about me and all that stuff, it's like, what do you know? It's not real at all. So I have to assume that you're also lying with him.
I mean, why would I sexually pester you? Because I find you totally ugly. You're just repulsive. So I wouldn't come on to you. I just wouldn't. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. I'm not turned on by you. I wouldn't even just.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's not my mood. My mood is to share this spirit science. And
yeah,
I went to be with Dido in Manchester because he was more appreciative. Anyway, just the way it is. I don't
yeah, yeah, yeah.
no big deal. No
Okay,
big
she's
deal.
no. Let's
Just
see.
false witness and lies.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So Claire, anyway, do what you got to do, but we're going to move on here. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, Master, your words are surprising. The holy name of the Lord certainly does grant liberation. The scriptures say, Srimad Bhagavatam 6:310, that by calling out Narayan as one dies, one attains liberation. Sutadhara laughing. Here the word liberation means becoming an associate of the Lord. Ajamil regained his spiritual body, which was a body appropriate for an associate of the Lord. This is the philosophy of Krishna Chaitanya, defeats all other philosophies. The pious and wise agree with him. His incarnation has made Kali Yuga auspicious. Yeah, I love that. That's so fantastic, man. Backstage, okay. Sorry there, River. Here you go. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that's exactly what. See, this Kali Yuga is auspicious now, just simply because Lord Chaitanya is here. And if people get his association, they're very fortunate. Yeah. Well, that's a drama that you can't help. Like the person is being leveled abuses like that. Not everybody is, you know, has to take it. I mean, if it's about truth too. Because people get the impression that that's true, he's got to, speak up for himself. There's nothing wrong with that. And I know, this is Claire. That's enough of this stuff. So otherwise I have to take you off. Enough of these kinds of allegations and all this stuff here, and because don't. I have to tell everybody, don't listen to what she's saying or believe it, because this stuff, Govinda wouldn't do that kind of stuff.
Govinda doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, she smelled it. That's baloney. That's don't. So you might as well, you better just stop here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take you off. Yeah. Yeah. See, this is a problem. People believe people in this Kali Yuga. It's so they just, if you say it, people believe you. That's how they're controlling the people in politics. They just say these things and people believe it. They say, "Oh, the statistics say this," and it's all bullshit. They just say it. They don't. There's no science or statistics. They twist them and all that, and therefore you believe it. And they do it in religion too. See, they do the same thing they just say, "Well, this is your guru," and the person's in the position, and he's wearing a dhoti, and he's got the rubber stamp. I guess he is. See, this is so. Yeah, there's a lot of this crazy stuff going on nowadays. Yeah, you're speaking your truth, not the truth. Yeah, people speak their truth, and it could be lies in it too. So anyway, all right. How can that be? Scripture Srimad Bhagavatam says, "O king, in Kali Yuga, most of the people, their hearts broken with offenses, will not worship the infallible Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the master of all the worlds, and before whose lotus feet the demigods that control the three worlds bow." In this way, the Shruti Sastra refutes your opinion. Sutadhara, that describes the previous Kali Yugas before Sri Krishna Chaitanya descended to this world. Scripture also says, in this Kali Yuga, the Lord, out of special mercy to his devotees, will dispel the unhappiness of those born in this fallen age by propagating the hearing and chanting of his own glories. Yeah, and that's our preaching now. It's really, his devotees, and if you are a devotee and you're weakened by this Kali Yuga, the Lord is very merciful. He'll easily give himself to you and give you all protection. He'll give you an experience of this bhakti, and purify you. Let's chant a little bit here. Let's clear the atmosphere. I think this feels like there's something build up here. Keep your microphones on. Let the chanting of the holy names purify the atmosphere. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama.
Hare
Oh,
Rama, Hare
by
Rama.
the way, I just want to say one thing. If anybody, if what she's saying is true, if anybody's going to private message her, I just say if you're new here, be careful because if you associate with a person lying like that, you can lose your faith in something that's really real and really true. Everything there that I see that she's saying is not true. What she said about me is absolutely not true. And if you associate with people like that are lying and they don't have faith in what we're doing, you can get poisoned. If you're new, watch out. Um, and I want to say that because to help people make it here, because it is, here love of God is actually manifest and it's protected from that kind of energy. That's very dangerous energy when people that they spit their poison out. And if you're new, that can really cause problems in your progress because there's, it's just the poison coming out. Whether she gets through it, I don't know. But, she probably, who knows? But she's here, so be careful about private messaging people like that. You can easily, if you're new, if you've been around a while and you have some purpose to try to help or something, that's something else there. But just to private message them to get into the gossip, especially when it's not true, it's a poison, and even in your own heart, you can feel it. Yeah, but with her, I don't know what. Yeah, there is another guy, um, and but she might have associated with this other guy who was off the wall too. Um, and I notice he's not coming around nowadays. And I even told him, I said, "Listen, I'm about ready to just get rid of you too, because I don't need this kind of stuff." Yeah. So just be careful. I like to see people make it and not be knocked off, by this. I didn't warn people before, and they end up, they get a little of that and they're new and they don't even get a chance and they're ended up, taking it on. You believe lies to be true. That's why the world is working. They believe these lies are being true, and there's, you know, and so many people are dying now. You know, if you could if like I've been seeing, there are people getting so angry about being screwed now. The Lord's letting them see by trusting in His Maya. Their children are dying now, getting myocarditis from these injections, and they're flipping out, man. I have videos of them flipping out, breaking car windows of the doctors, calling up pharmacists, and giving them an earful about their poor child because they didn't warn them about how bad it could be. So the world is, they've been lied to. Maya's lying to people. So watch out for people lying here. They come here and they just throw these accusations out, and it poisons people. People are weak. The devotees here have spiritual strength that have been around. They've been cultivating a long time. So take advantage of that and don't just let the Maya weaken you. Like, you have somebody out there that's like that. You know, um, be careful. So anyway, that's that. I just wanted to say it because sometimes I didn't say any of these things before, and people just boop, boop. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. You can all chant again. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
It's horrible noise.
Oh, it's probably Govinda's, I think. Maybe you have to mute yours and let's see if it's yours.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, it was yours. Okay. Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna.
Shri Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Shri Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Shri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Shri
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
More Prabhu, More Prabhu,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Adi, Adi,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Krishna, Krishna, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Sri Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Sri
Chaitanya
Sri Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Nityananda
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakti
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya, Sri
Krishna Prabhu
Sri Krishna
Nityananda
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama
Sri
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Sri Krishna
Rama Rama
Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Why don't you read a little bit there, Lalita? Read Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Okay, just a second.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna.
What do you want me to read, Guru Maharaj?
How about chapter 7? No, chapter 9. No, it's 8. Chapter 8 in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Lila.
Mahaprabhu displays his opulence.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Ajeta. Katatara. Srivasa Nikora Bhakta Vrinda. Oh, glories to the beloved Lord Gora Sudara, who is most dear, most dear to everyone, especially Lord Nityananda and Advaita Acharya Prabhu. He is the life and soul of Sri Jagadananda and Sri Garba, and and the most precious treasure of Pundarika Vichanidhi. Oh, glories. Oh, glories to Lord Chaitanya, for he is the Lord and Master of Jagadisha and Gopinatha. Oh, glories to all the associates. Oh, wait. Oh, glories to all the associates of Lord Chaitanya, along with Nityananda Prabhu. Lord Chaitanya continued to perform wonderful pastimes in Navadvip. Advaita Acharya, as well as all the other Vaishnavas, they assisted their pastimes. Together, they performed Grand Kirtan, dancing ecstatically, was constantly chanting. Of the holy name of Lord Krishna. While Nityananda Prabhu remained in Srivasa Pandita's house, he manifested a mood he manifested the mood of a young boy He wouldn't even eat by himself and had to be fed by Mother Malini, who felt like a mother to him. One day, Lord Caitanya began to discuss topics regarding Krishna consciousness with Srivasa Pandita. Wanting to test Srivasa, he asked, "Why do you keep and maintain this avadut in your house? You do not know anything about him. Who is he? From where does he come? What is his family background? I warn you that you are being too lenient and kind to him. If you want to maintain the good reputation of your family in society, then you should immediately turn this avadut out of your house." Srivasa Pandita, he smiled and he said, "Oh Lord, it is not proper for you to test me in this way. I know that Lord Nityananda is your expansion. You are the Supreme Lord, and there is no difference between yourself and Lord Nityananda. I am your servant, and anyone who serves you anyone who serves you becomes my master." Even if Lord Nityananda were a meat eater, a drunkard, and due to association with him, I lost my reputation, wealth, and everything still. I tell you truly that I would never think of anything other than serving his and your lotus feet. I'm sorry, need to blow my nose. Hearing Srivasa Pandita speaking in this manner, the Lord stood up and he roared loudly with great joy. What have I just heard of you, Srivas Pandita? You have so much faith and love for Nityananda Prabhu. You have understood the truth. You have just understood the truth about my dear most confidential associate. This has pleased me so much. That I grant you this boon. Even if there comes a time where Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, is forced to wander about with a begging bowls. Still, your house will never know the chills of penury. Everyone in your house, including your pet, dogs and cats, will find complete shelter in my devotional service. Therefore, I leave Lord Nityananda Prabhu in your care, so that you may look after him and serve him properly. Saying this, the Lord returned home. Lord Nityananda spent his time roaming about Navadvip. Sometimes he went to the Ganga to take a swim and happily allowed the currents to carry him away. At other times he played. He played with the young boys, acting like a little child himself. He would visit the houses of Gangadasa Pandita and Murari Gupta, and then run to Lord Caitanya's house, where Mother Sachi showered him. When where Mother Sachi showered him with affection. Absorbed in the mood of a young boy, Lord Nityananda would try to catch Mother Sachi's feet. And she always tried to escape from him. One night, Mother Sachi had a dream. Which she later related to Lord Vishwabhara in confidence. Late in the night, I dreamed I saw you. I saw you in Nityananda. You were 2 5-year-old boys running about, playing and fighting. I saw both of you enter the deity room and then come out with the deity of Lord Balarama in your hand. variety of Krishna in Nityananda's hand. The four of you then began to fight with each other. Balarama and Krishna were angry, and they said to you, "Hey, you cheaters! You imposters! Get out of here! This house and this room belongs to us, and everything else here, like the sweets, the curds and milk, are all ours." Nityananda replied, "Those days." Those days of stealing butter and curd for yourselves to eat are now gone. You are no longer you are no longer coward boys. Now you have become young brahmanas. So give up. Give up now your possessiveness about all these sweets. Yogurt and milk. If you do not listen to our sweet persuasion, then we then we will convince you with a beating. Who is going to tolerate you plundering and mischief? Balarama and Krishna replied, "We will catch hold of both of you imposters and lead you here tied up. Who will blame us for this if you go against the wishes of Krishna?" Lord Nityananda, they replied, "Who is afraid of your Krishna? My my Lord, Master, is Lord Vishvambara." My Lord, Master, is Lord Vishvambara. The four of them fought in this way, stretching and eating the sweets and food. From each other's hands and mouths. Nityananda called out to me, saying, "Mother, bring me food. I am very hungry." Thereafter, I woke up, but I cannot understand anything of this dream. Therefore, I am telling you. Hearing the descriptions of Mother Saichi's dream, Vishvambara smiled. And he spoke to her tenderly. There was a nice dream you had, mother. But do not tell this to everyone. Our deities are actually living. And are very potent. Your dream has increased and strengthened. My devotion and faith in them. It is interesting that you dreamt like this. As I have been observing something strange, which I did not reveal before because I was feeling ashamed. I noticed that the foodstuff which your daughter-in-law cooked and offered to their lordships, Balarama and Krishna, would remain half-eaten after the offering was over. I was suspicious of my wife. But now everything has become very clear. Vishnupriya. Vishnupriya, Sri Lakshmi Devi, the mother of the universe, heard the details of Mother Sachi's dream from the inner quarters, and she smiled at her husband's words. Vishvabhara said, Mother, let me go and bring Nityananda right here away, and you can feed him. Happy to hear this, Sachimati quickly began preparation for cooking. Happy to hear this, Sachivata quickly began preparation for cooking. Vishvabhara, he went to Nityananda and extended an invitation to him, along with the warning, today we are making a special offering for the deities. So please do not misbehave. Nityananda caught hold of his ears and he cried, Vishnu, Vishnu, who makes people misbehave? You think I will misbehave? Because you think everybody is like yourself. Joking in this way, they proceeded towards Vishvabhara's house, absorbed in talks of Krishna. Entering the house, they were given water towards their feet. They were given water towards their feet and then sit down to eat next to each other, surrounded by Caitanya Pandita and other friends, sitting together in this way. Nityananda and Vishwabhara, they looked exactly like Ramachandra and Lakshmana sitting in their mother's house. Their mood, their mood and affection. Their mood and affection for each other were identical, but they were the same persons. Mother Sachi was very happy. Excitedly hurry to serve out full plates of full plates of prasada for both of them. You want me to continue?
River says yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. When she returned, she found 2 young boys of 5 in the place where Vishwabhara and Nityananda had been sitting. One of the boys had a blackish complexion and the other was very fair. Both of them were exquisitely beautiful. And both were without any clothing. One of them had 4 arms, which held the conch. The shell, the disc, the maze of the lotus, his breast was marked with the Srivatsa. The glistening costume and jewel hung from his neck, and beautifully fish-shaped earrings dangled from his ears. The other boy He held the plough and the pestle. She also saw her daughter-in-law, Vishnupriya, situated on the breast of one of the young children. No sooner had she seen this wonderful sight, and then it vanished. Mother Sachi stood still. Stunned. Stunned in ecstasy. As tears rolled down her face, drenching her clothes. All the footsteps scattered here and there. And Sanchivata fell to the ground and lay unconscious. Vishwabara rushed up to wash his hands out, and they quickly ran to revive his mother. Lifting her up, he said, lifting her up, he said, "Mother, mother, please get up. Be calm and take control of yourself. Why did you suddenly fell to the ground?" Mother Sachi, she slowly regained consciousness. And quickly tied her loosened hair. Without uttering a word. She went inside her room and began weeping. She was overwhelmed with ecstatic love for Krishna. And nothing else. Nothing else mattered to her. Her breath came in great sighs, and her body trembled from head to toe. Meanwhile, the servant Ishara cleaned the eating room collected the remnants of food that had scattered over the floor. And ate them all, truly. Ishana is extremely fortunate. For every day he performed such wonderful activities. Sorry, man.
Maybe that's enough for a while, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, we'll end it here. Thank you so much for that great, fantastic reading there, Lolita.
You're welcome, Guru Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this reading. For bringing me here in this land.
Okay, everybody. So we'll adjourn for a while and re-adjourn later. Hare Krishna. See you in a little
Hare
bit.
Krishna, thank you.